Hello, today we will be looking at Facebook and Instagram ad copy that converts like crazy. Now this is important for people who want to do it themselves. You don't want to hire a marketer. You have a physical product, you have something to sell, and you want to just design simple Facebook, simple Instagram ads that people can click to chat you up on WhatsApp or just direct message you. Something simple that doesn't involve any complex landing page or you hiring a marketer. So I want to help you to be able to write ad copy that are simple but very powerful, that will convert, that will get you the clicks and help you to sell a lot of products. This is important because I have done several videos on ad copies, but basically they are on services. Ad copies for services, when you're providing say consulting service or you help real estate investors or buyers to invest in real estate, it's completely different from a physical product that is small, that is not expensive. If it's a luxury product, the ad copy would most likely be very different. But from here we're looking at little products, maybe a snoring device, maybe you want to sell your cake, you want to sell your shoe, your wristwatch, hair, human hair or something, all these little items. So we want to just help us to design something that is simple and that converts. So I'll be giving you the structure, I'll be giving examples here and there, and I'm starting with a blank page here so we do it together. And be sure to watch to the end of this video, because at the end of this video I will give you some of the best practices, like the types of videos, type of images, and some of little tricks here and there that will make even this juicier and even more powerful. So basically this is the structure. You first want to interrupt. Now this is important because people come on Facebook and Instagram not to buy, they come to socialize. As much as possible you want to interrupt their pattern, the pattern of them scrolling and liking and socializing and reacting. So you want to stop them in their track. So you have to use words and psychological triggers to help them stop scrolling, like thumb stopping, stop the scroll statements and psychological triggers. So that's the first thing. You have to interrupt, pattern, interrupt. So that's the first thing. The next thing, you have to stimulate. So you have stopped them from scrolling, you have to stimulate them to keep reading. And one of the ways you do this is pinpoint. So it's like you are putting salt in the injury, stabbing and twisting the knife so that it grabs them even further. Then you prescribe. So here, this is where you offer your own solution briefly. The ad copies are usually very brief and short, unlike what we have for services, for maybe consulting services, coaching services, or for courses, or if you have a high-end product, luxury product, then you have to hit more psychological triggers. But for physical product, you just something short and you're good to go. And then your ad creatives, your image and your slides, your slideshows and your videos will do the rest of the work. Then you want to put some form of discount or scarcity or testimonial or risk reversal. Don't worry, I'll explain all of this. You start by interrupting them, and then when they start reading, you stimulate the pain, you put salt in the injury, you quickly provide your solution, what you are offering, that's your product, and then offer one or all of these. If you have some discounts, some scarcity, like today only and everything, then if you have testimonial from someone else, you could just put it in quotation mark. Risk reversal, maybe have a money back guarantee or something, and then you do that. Then you put your call to action where you tell them click below to order, buy now, learn more, click the learn more button, click to chat with one of our representatives, or click to chat with us on WhatsApp, something like that, click to chat with us in our Instagram DM or something like that. So basically this is the structure we'll follow. So let's just take an example at this and see how it goes. Now for pattern interrupt, you want to make say a shocking statement. Another thing that works very well is call out. You not directly call out one person, you can call out a group of persons. And then another thing that works very well is questions, and then you could do options too. There are different ways to interrupt people, because there are people are scrolling and then you just give a shocking statement. Let's say we have a anti-snoring device, right? You could just say hundreds of marriages are destroyed yearly just because of snoring, something like that. If your product doesn't allow for a shocking statement, you can do something else. So you could just open, maybe it's a cake, right? Maybe you're baking a cake, and so you might not be able to make a shocking statement, except maybe you have a shocking fact or interesting fact. You could say like, do you know that over 100,000 dogs are killed on the roads every year? So that's an interesting fact. And then you go on to sell something that protects your dog, their dog, from being killed. So you could go with a shocking statement like hundreds of marriages are destroyed yearly just because of snoring, or give an interesting fact. Do you know? Did you know? So you could start with a did you know kind of thing. So it stops people in their tracks. You could call out people, but indirectly, right? So you don't call out one person and say, are you fat, or do you snore? That's not, understand? So you could call out people indirectly. You could say, hello Lagos ladies, because that's, you are calling a group out, but you are not calling even them, you're not calling them specifically and directly. You could do that. Attention fashionistas, something like that. So because it's non-specific. So that's another thing you can do. You can ask questions that is directly related to your product. Do you want a delicious healthy cake delivered to your doorstep in less than 24 hours? Do you understand? So you could ask questions, or you could ask this, and this one is very powerful. Which one of these is your favorite? So for example, I'm making a cake, right? And I could just, in the image, I could put 3 and 4 or 5, because people like choosing. So 5 different cakes with different colors, and label them A, B, C, D, E, and say which of these cakes is your favorite. So this way, it's very, very powerful. That's one thing. If you are lost for what to do, you could just do that. You could put options and then ask people to choose. It interrupts them. People are scrolling and then they just have an option, because people like answering questions, people like solving puzzles, people like expressing themselves. So if you tell them which of these, it always works. So did you know that which of these also works very well? Attention, then you could call out a group of people non-specifically. Choose one of these, A or B, A, B or C, right? Very, very powerful. Or you could even get personal, where you give your own testimonial, how I did this, how I stopped snoring after 10 years of snoring, and how snoring almost destroyed my marriage. And then you just give very short statement, a short 2 or 3 lines story, and then you are good to go. So basically, interrupt. You can check online, check on how to do pattern interrupt for copywriting, and then you see very different examples. So let's move on. The next point is to stimulate the pain. So after interrupting and asking the questions, or giving them options, interrupting their pattern, move on to stimulate the pain. So if we're talking about snoring, and you said, do you know that 15,000 marriages are destroyed yearly? That's an arbitrary figure. Do you know that 15,000 marriages are destroyed yearly because of snoring? Then you move on to stimulate the pain. Like you've stabbed and now you are twisting knife. So you could go on and say something like, you don't sleep well, your partner doesn't too. Both of you wake up tired, feeling unfit to face the day. It affects your work, family, personal productivity. Now, it shouldn't be long. Just go straight to the point. Stimulate. So what are some of the pains that come with the consequences? So snoring, and then what? Snoring, and then what? You don't sleep well because you don't breathe well. Your partner doesn't sleep well because of the noise. Then what is the consequence of not sleeping well and your partner not sleeping well? It affects your work, it affects your family, it affects your personal productivity, it affects your marriage. So you could go down the layers of pain. It causes this, and then it causes this, and it causes that, right? Now, there are certain products where you completely skip this pain point. Maybe, for example, you're making a product that you just want to go straight to the solution, but it is best if you can bring out some pain points. Maybe you're selling hair, you could now bring out I don't know much about hair, but bring out the fact that you could buy bad hair that tangles, that squeezes, that fades, that doesn't look good, that is not original. So you could bring up all those pain points. What are the pains that people experience with that product? What are the pains that the product actually solves? So this is on the negative side. Then we move on to the positive side. What are the things? For example, the hair, now you become the talk of the town. You make heads to turn, shiny, long, bright, thick, beautiful, brings out the color. So I don't know much about these things. But basically bring out the positive aspects. On the one hand, we are bringing out the pains of not using the product, or the pains that the product solve, or the pains people experience with getting the product from elsewhere. On the other hand, we are looking at the positive side, the solution it brings. Check out this new ground. Obviously, you won't write all in capital letters. I'm just doing this for visibility so that it will be more legible. Check out this new groundbreaking device. You'll notice I'm using power words, what we call power words. New, groundbreaking, amazing, powerful. These are power words. So you could Google power words and try to use them as much as possible. It's a powerful psychological trigger. Devices approved by doctors and sleep therapists to give you so now the benefit is 0 snoring sound. People want to wake up refreshing sleep, safeguard your love life, and boost your workplace and personal productivity. Do you understand? So we are reversing the whole thing, reversing all the pains, the consequence of the consequence of the consequence, right? So the problem is snoring, and the consequence of that is bad sleep. Consequence of that is your partner doesn't sleep. Consequence of that is both of you wake up tired, unrested, unfit to face the day. Consequence of that affects your work and family. So on the other hand, now we're bringing the consequence, and the solution is this groundbreaking device that has been discovered, created, approved by doctors, sleep therapists. What does that do? It gives you a refreshing sleep. What does that do? The consequence of that is it helps your love life. And so bring it out there. Then you could today only, so you could go 20% off today only 20% off. Then some scarcity for the first 50% to chat me up. So you could do that, and then you could put testimonial. This is if you've already sold the product, you could get testimonial from them, a user, and then put the testimonial in text form, or if you have a video, you can use the video. This device saved my marriage and my work. My wife is happier, and my work and I just got improved alertness and productivity at work. Basically, I'm just trying to cook up something here, but you get real-time testimonials from your clients. If you have a video, even better, right? If they can make a video and this, and give the testimonial. So if you can even do a risk reversal, if you don't start enjoying snore-free sleep from after 7 days of using this device, contact me for a full, no question asked refund. You still get to keep the device. So powerful. You reverse the risk completely, right? If you don't start, and then you give a call to action. Click pending. You can see click buy now button, or depending on the platform, click buy now button, or click here to chat me up on WhatsApp. I like WhatsApp over other DM platforms because you can get their phone number, and so that will add to your list. Then you put your link. You can use Bitly to shorten it, right? So you could go to Bitly in case WhatsApp gives you a link that you are not too proud of. Even though I know that there are options now where you can get clean link, but if you don't like it, or you really choose to hide it, you can just use Bitly. So you could go to bit.ly and create a beautiful link. So there are many ways you can go. You can say click learn more button below, or button above, depending on the platform, Instagram or Facebook. Or you could just say click on this link. You could just say directly click here to buy now. If you have a store, you could just maybe Shopify or online store, maybe on Jumia or Konga or whatever it is, Amazon. Just say click here to buy now fast. It's another psychological trigger. It's another power word, fast. So then you put your link. Make sure the link is clean, right? Make sure it is clean. So make sure it's clean, right? And that's it. So basically, if you follow these, it will work. Now there are some products that might not allow for all of these. You might just simply interrupt and then prescribe and then just give call to action. So just play around. The more you put this, the better. And then you mustn't be too detailed. A line or two per item works. So a line or two here, 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 and then you are good to go. For this portion, you must not put all of these. You could just use only the discount, or use only the testimonial, or use only the risk reversal, or just use only the scarcity. The more you use, the better, and that works. So now there are some very, very important point I will let you know. Important. First, it's good to use WhatsApp. WhatsApp is powerful. Use WhatsApp because First, Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp all belong to the same family, and so it works very well. Rather than using Telegram or any other instant messaging platform, use WhatsApp. The second reason is that you eventually get the person's phone number and you build your list. So use WhatsApp. Use videos if possible, and it's very simple. You can use your smartphone to just make a video of that product. Better still if you can show your face, but you mustn't, right? You mustn't. First, videos are better than images. They convert better. You can just do a demo of how it works or how to wear. For example, we are talking about snoring device here. You could just put it on or show how to put it. It's best if you can make the videos yourself, right? Instead of getting stock videos or getting videos from the manufacturers. Usually you could sometimes get copyright strike for no reason, or you could get flagged, or it gets overused by people. So it's good if you can just do a simple video, no matter how amateur it is. Just try to get some good lighting and show how the product works, maybe the features of the product. If you can show your face, even the better. Videos work. So if you can show a face of a baby, if you can show a human face or a group of people together, it works better, right? So maybe I'll do a dedicated video on how to do videos for ads, right? So but basically what you do here is demo, showing the features, showing how to use it, or showing the advantages and stuff like that, and then do simple editing. You can outsource it on Fiverr so that someone can do it for you, but it's best if you can just do it yourself with your smartphone. If you don't, you can use image, but use big images, right? Use long, big images. So if, for example, you're selling hair, you could just hold the hair, while rubbing the hair, and then just make a little video or something. You could use a tripod or someone can hold it steady for you. If you're using images, make sure it's long and big. So instead of using square images, if you can use an image that is long, right? If you can get it so that it takes a lot of space on mobile devices and on other devices, but if you cannot, just use a square image at least, right? So avoid as much as possible, images that are landscape. Try as much as possible to get images that are portrait or square, so that it takes a lot of real estate, a lot of space on their devices. Use emojis. Emojis work like crazy, right? But don't overuse them. So what I usually prefer is the attention emoji, love eyes emoji, and then fire emoji, and then pointing finger. So let me just quickly show this to you. So emojis work because this is social media. So if you go pointing finger, so you see this one pointing, so you could use this, right? So pointing finger, very powerful. Another one is warning. This works, warning. So you could just put this arrow here. Let me just do this. You come here, you simply copy. You could just come here and say paste. Did you know that I'm just giving an arbitrary number? So do your research. 15,000 marriages destroyed annually worldwide just because snoring. So you could start with this attention. That's another one that works. So say love eyes. So another one that works very well, a smiling face with heart eyes, right? This one. And then fire emoji. Another one that works very well. So Emojipedia, if you're using a smartphone, you should have these emojis there. So use emojis, but don't use it too much, right? So if one for each of these section is okay, Call to action in capital. Make your call to action in capital. So your call to action here should be what? Capital. So call to action, capital letters, right? Make it very bold. So then the next thing is interact with comment. So like every comment, heart it, respond to every comment, delete the ones that are not relevant. Encourage people to share indirectly. Encourage people to share. So don't say share, don't say tag someone who, don't do that, because the word share, tag might lead to your account being flagged or your ad being flagged. So don't do that. So you could just say, do you know someone who might need this? Now this is the trick. Don't say share, don't say tag, show them. Or you can say let them know, right? So you are indirectly asking for a tag, you're indirectly asking for a share. I hope this is clear. So do this. Let me know your results. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section below. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Maybe some other time we'll talk about creatives, we'll talk about targeting, we'll even go through the process of creating a simple Facebook or Instagram ad. So do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so you don't miss my videos. If you find this video very helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and stay subscribed. And as we usually say in this community, play big, and I will see you in the next one.